Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome to another edition of Sports Sunday where we talk about sports and life and everything in between. And tonight we're going to be playing some more baseball stars, as you can see, in our totally still active quest of the perfect season, as we are sitting 14-0 at this point, and I'm hoping that we can extend it to my favorite number, 15-0. Well, my favorite number is not 15-0, it's just 15. 15-0 is actually not a number. But the man that's going to be taking us to the promised land tonight is going to be Harry, and I feel very confident in his abilities, especially considering that we're dealing with Shacho, who is like the worst pitcher ever. Unless, you know, barring a disaster of epic magnitudes, I think we're going to be fine here. But speaking of Home Alone, by the way, this reminds me. I was going to tell you guys about this a little while ago, and I don't think I ever did. Apparently, Home Alone, at one point or other, I don't remember exactly what year this happened, but apparently they actually had a licensed set of action figures. Or, like, you know, well, no, they were pretty much action figures, I take that back. And, they're awesome! Like, their attention to detail is amazing! And, there were only 3 characters in there. They had, you know, naturally, they had Kevin, they had Marv, and Harry in there, and the figures were so awesome, and the way that Matt and I had come up on them was by such random chance. Like, we weren't even looking for them, and when he saw them, he's like, "Oh my god, I gotta get these things." I wish that I could have gotten them, but they only had one left, and he found it before I did, so he ended up getting it. But I'm gonna try and see if I can get my hands on a few of them because they're so cool. So what we were at FYE, which, if you don't know what that place is, it's basically, I mean, they sell like music and movies and like used video games and a lot of like pop culture paraphernalia of all the popular things, T-shirts and other clothing items, and they've got like some nifty little gadgets and stuff. It's a really cool store where I buy, and where I buy a lot of my Funko Pop collectibles from. But we were there, it was a little while ago, and we were just kind of browsing around, and they had like some of their Christmas stuff on clearance, like 75% off. And we're just kind of, you know, fidgeting around through the boxes of stuff they had there on the table, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Matt pulls this pristine condition Home Alone. It was I think it was the Kevin figure. Yeah, it was the Kevin figure. He just pulls it straight out of the box, and he's like, "Dude, look at this!" And I looked at it, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" And it was the Kevin one, and it had him like, you know, he was wearing the classic red sweater, and he had like the BB gun around his shoulder, and in the background of it, I think there was like a picture of the battle plan poster that he drew up his little schematic for Harry and Marv's Doom on it, and dude, it was so cool. And he even had like I think he had like an extra head that you could put on that was like, it was like the face from like the front of the movie where he's got like doing the ah, you know, thing, and he also had extra hands that you could put on for like to do that facial expression with. Super awesome. So that was pretty cool. And then he just the other day, I think it was like last week, he got the Marv one in the mail. Or no, he got the Harry one in the mail. Not a Harry box of nothing, but he got the Harry one, and it's super cool. He's got like one of the faces is just his normal creepy ass smirk with the gold tooth. And then the second one is after he gets the blowtorch to the face, and it, you know, burns the top of his beanie and exposing, you know, his scalp and all that. So and the other, he also has an extra coat, I think, the one that has all of the one that has like all the feathers and stuff on it from when he walks into like the saran wrap and gets all the, you know, feathers blown on him with the fan. Super cool, man. And like they're just like the detail and all the intricacies gone into making the face, and just the dimensions of the characters are all really, really good. So yeah, man, it's definitely something I need to add to my collection. As soon as I found out about it, I just knew that it was something that I need to get for myself. So I thought I'd tell you guys about it. since we've been talking about, you know, random collectible things with those goddamn comic books from last episode. Those things were a nightmare. Haven't found anything new in that category yet, though. I've been looking to see if there's an NBA one, but I have not come across it yet, so... On the off chance that you guys find it before I do, please let me know in the comments section. I'm definitely in the market for that. He's gonna be... Never mind. I thought he was gonna get thrown out, but I forgot these guys don't throw very fast, so we're all good there. Alright. I have such indigestion right now. I had a lot of stuff to eat earlier. I definitely had... It was like a baked potato with like some beef stew to pour over it as like the quote-unquote gravy with like some salad, and then I had some cottage cheese and peaches on the other side. I just realized, when I was trying to say that, I just realized I have kind of a speech impediment when I try to say cottage. Like when I'm just saying it in sentence format, I kind of slur my words a little bit and it comes out as like cottage instead of cottage, where the G is more like a J in a sense. But I say that with a lot of words actually. Now that I think about it, when I'm just like talking normally, I have a few words that I say that I kind of slur them and they sound kind of awkward. And one of those words is optimum, and I still can't say it very well. It's like optimum for me is like the people that have problems saying oyster, you know, where they say like oyster. It's just that's one that I always, especially when I'm saying it in a sentence, I have to purposefully slow down, otherwise it just comes out, you know, as just like this slurred nightmare mess. and so that's, yeah, so I had that. It was really good, but I started passing out on the couch right after I ate it. It's been a long ass day. Again, with the fact that March, not exactly my favorite month, mainly because I have to do all the finance stuff for work, and it's very stressful, and it's kind of getting to the point where I know that I'm really behind, and luckily I still have like 3 weeks to pull it off, but I have so much work to try to cram into that alongside all of this stuff that sometimes it seems like insurmountable in what is... Oh no, he's gonna get thrown out. He's gonna get thrown out! Ah! Oh damn it! I just yelled out a fart. Oh, it was funny. You guys won't be able to hear that because it was just like, it was like a little muffled bubble or whatever, but that was funny. That was very funny. Speaking of farting, actually, I saw the weirdest freaking thing before I started up this video. I was just like browsing through Facebook, and I saw like a reposted video from somebody that I know, and it's like one of those videos that has like all of the kind of clickbait stuff in it, where they've got like in the bar right above, like in the video, it says, "Oh, this person has a very unique talent," and you're just like, oh, God, I don't want to click on it, but at the same time I feel like I have to, because it's mildly piquing my interest, and it's a girl, and she's kind of cute, and so you're thinking when you see it, like, maybe she's like a really good singer, or, you know, maybe who knows what it could be, you know. Like, my first thought was that she's just going to be a really good singer, because, like, why wouldn't you? You see a girl that's fairly good-looking, and you think that, you know, if she has an angelic voice, then, hey, that's a great combination right there. But instead, she's holding, like, a selfie stick with her phone camera on or whatever, and she, like, pans it over a little bit so you can see her little brother, and she's like, hey, whatever his name was, she's like, hey, and he's like, what? And all of a sudden, she just rips out this freaking loud-ass fart, dude. It's so funny. And it was like a seriously, like, manly, choppy-ass, like, I just had a whole bunch of just diarrhea burrito material, and now I'm just loaded to the brim with, with just gas in my ass. Dude, it was so funny, though. Because not only did she rip the huge fart, like the look on her brother's face when he heard it was legendary, and so she starts laughing because she saw his reaction, and she like ends up laughing out more farts. It's so funny. She it's just like this, and so he just goes like, oh my god, and she goes and just laughs out like this equally just deep, just bassy mess out of her crack, dude. It was so funny. Oh my god. It is definitely worth a watch. I ended up watching it like probably a solid 5 times in a row just because I couldn't believe it. Like, for a long time, and it's always been kind of like a joke. But I mean, there's always been like the joke that, you know, girls don't poop and they don't fart, just because it's not like the womanly thing to do, you know, because it seems gross. Obviously, they all do it because they would die if they at least didn't take a shit, because there's no way to get all the toxic material out of yourself. You'd have to pretty much cut open yourself and pull it out manually, which is disgusting. But yeah, it was funny to see that, you know, that actually happens. Like there are girls that possess the quality of being able to have insane quality gas release technology inside of their body. It was fantastic. It's also pretty impressive for girls that can belch really loud too. That's one that also fairly rare, especially when they can do it like organically without having to have like a lot of really carbonated stuff, like, you know, like beer or soda. For me, if I'm gonna have like the really deep and bassy ones, you know, I've got to usually have like some soda in my stomach. Those are the ones that really do it for me, especially root beer. Man, if I have root beer, I can just cut those things like crazy. But not so much with other things. Like I'll still be able to do it, but I'm also not one of those people that can actually like I can't make myself belch. I know there are a lot of people that they know how to do that, and I am just simply not one of them. I don't know. I know there are people that can make themselves belch, and ones that can make themselves fart, and I don't know how either one of them do it. It's just a very strange thing to me. But but what do you do? So yeah, girls that can do that also kind of nifty. I mean, it gets a little bit, you know, when they do it all the time, it's like, come on, have a little bit of manners here, have a little self-control. But every once in a while, it's just like, damn, yeah, that was awesome. Congrats to you, kudos, you know. Ooh, kudos bars. Damn, dude, I remember kudos bars. Those things were awesome. Like little tiny like granola bars, but they had like the little mini M&Ms in them, or various different candies. I think they had like a Reese's one, and maybe like a Reese's peanut butter cup one possibly. Dude, I used to eat those things like crazy. We used to, especially during like baseball season when I was playing like minors and t-ball. We'd always have, you know, one of the parents would bring snacks, and so it would always be, you know, some type of combination, you know, give or take. Somebody would bring, oh god, oh no, he's gonna get thrown out, not a chance. No way. But there would always be the parent that would always bring either the Kool-Aid squeeze-it things, you know, the one where you gotta kind of twist the lid sideways and pull it off, and it kind of almost looked like the Batman symbol a little bit, and it had like either the red or the blue one in there, and it was really good. It would either be one of those, or it'd be Capri Suns, and then there would be like, you know, some sort of combination of candy-wise of like, it would always be like either, like, there'd always be the one person that would bring the fruit snacks, there would always be the parent that would bring like the fruit gushers, there would always be the one that brought the kudos bars, and then there would be the one that brought like the oatmeal cream pies, or like the Twinkies, or whichever one you wanted it to be. It'd be one of those things. And oh, it was always money, man. And the person that would bring the kudos bars would always bring the M&M's ones, and that was my favorite one. I used to eat, I don't know how I didn't have like early onset diabetes as a kid. I just don't know. I think that I must be like some sort of anomaly in like health sciences. Because like when I used to go to my grandma's as a kid, like on the weekends to go, you know, spend the weekend with them. I'm not kidding when I say this. I'm really not. I'm not saying it to be funny. This is a legit thing that I did numerous times while I was there. I used to wake up on Saturday mornings, and I'd watch Saturday morning cartoons, you know, Hey Arnold, or Rugrats, or Tom and Jerry, or whatever, you know, Cow and Chicken, or whatever it was. And my breakfast, would consist of, like the cinnamon Eggo waffles, the ones that came in like the sheets of like 4. I'd heat up a few of those. Damn, he ripped that thing. Good lord. Let's just get the ball in here. I would eat probably 1 or 2 of those with 2 cans of Pepsi. That was my breakfast. It was just unbelievable. I thought about this the other day, and I was like, dude, how in the hell do you not have some kind of failing organ in your body from that? There's just no way. I mean, I know that my family owns a health food store, and I've been taking vitamins for a long time. But I mean, you would think there's got to be a point somewhere where that just your body can't take it anymore, you know? Like I knew kids that had adult onset diabetes that had diets way cleaner than mine, you know. But just what do you do? It's so funny though. I thought about that and I had like a genuinely mortified expression on my face. I was just like, hey, first of all, how did I even get away with that? Like, why did my grandparents let me do that? They're the ones that opened the damn health food store, for crying out loud. And they're just like, do whatever you gotta do, you know? Do whatever you gotta do. Okay, so we let Balzac go for it the other time. Let's go with Johnny. Alright, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm going. You better bring him home, son. You better do it. If you got enough strength to, you know, hold up that Tommy gun and blow a man's brains out, or not. That is triple play material. I mean, it's not going to be one, but it could have been, if I wouldn't have noticed it fast enough. Well, that was a resounding failure. That's okay, though. It's not always going to be an overwhelming success. That is one thing that we do know. So, and that is why he's a pinch hitter. He's obviously not good enough to be in the starting rotation, and, you know, I stuck my head out there for him, thinking that maybe he could provide me with a good service, and, you know, it didn't quite work out that way. So, what do you do? Let's bring in Marley. He gave up a couple of runs last game, so I'm going to try and give him a little bit of extended work here and see if he can bring the tally down a little bit. Because .81, while still good for a closer, a little bit higher than I want. So, should be able to get through this. The only guy I'm worried about is the next guy up, that Tommy guy. It's a Tommy gun! Yeah, this is the guy I worry about. Albeit he has like a very Adam Gunn-esque batting average. He's just, the one big hit that he did get was a towering home run, so, but he struck out. Very, very good. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, let's see if we can extend the lead a little bit more here. Everybody's batting averages are looking pretty good so far. Nobody's really struggling that badly. I don't think that we have anybody in the 200s that I can remember at least, but we'll have a look when we come around here. Come on, get there! Damn it. So close. Yeah, Gus, I mean, 400s for professional baseball is unbelievable. Like, all these batting averages look very college-like. They look very, like, college softball, even. Softball is one where batting averages are generally really high. That is definitely a double. That is not going to be it. Yeah, it's going to be close. He's not very fast, and he's got a gun, but he's there. Good. Very, very good. Alright, Hector. Give me a homer. I know you want to. But you're not going to. Sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants, but doesn't mean you can always have what you want. Alright, damn, 603 though? Jeez, with that. And that's going to bring in a run. Well done. Oh no! Oh god! Oh, that is the ultimate bad move right there. Oh boy, that was the ultimate like little league thing to have happen there. Just absolute misjudgment of the ground ball. Not saying I haven't done that before, because I totally have. I, as a center fielder, had that same thing happen a number of times, just like this same guy did. Except for mine wasn't like that. Mine was... It was like, they were usually hits that were pretty shallow, and so I'd you know, really aggressively pursue it, and I'd try to either, you know, make a sliding catch or a diving catch, and I'd just barely miss it. Or, you know, I would have like misjudged exactly either how hard or how soft it was hit, and so, you know, sometimes it would go over my head from me, you know, pursuing in too far before turning back, or just not having enough raw speed to get there. I mean, I'm definitely not Michael Johnson, so, you know, those things will happen. Okay, we're gonna get him out. Nice throw. I mean, still a really poor throw if you think about it, because that wasn't even able to get it across the infield without it bouncing. But I mean, at least it gave it enough time to be able to judge it. I like how I'm trying to justify this, like there's actually, you know, AI present here, that he actually possesses the qualities to judge a ground ball. These things are simply not happening. If it's there, he is going to catch it. But had it been in real life, that would have been a spot where it would have at least been a little bit easier to, you know, prepare for the bounce. Okay, we gotta be careful here. Oh, baby. Oh, God. When we get his defense stat up a little bit higher, he will be able to judge those much better than he did. Oof. Definitely would have been a double play there. 22/7. Isn't 22/7 like the kind of like unofficial way to get pi? Isn't that what it is? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 22/7, isn't it? Because that's like, it's like 3.15, isn't it? Because it's definitely, I'm pretty sure that 22 divided by 7 isn't actually the same exact number as pi, but it's pretty close, I think, for like a number, for like a few of the numbers in the sequence. Oh boy. Or maybe it is the whole thing. I don't remember. Could be way off on that one. I just it's been a little while since I've been in school. We'll call it. I was about to bring somebody else in for Marley, and then I realized that we do totally still need to keep him in there. Come on, baby. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna get thrown out. Oh! Oh! Infield single for the old man. Old man Marley. Kill a guy with a shovel and then run off to first, you know? And now he's gonna get thrown out second. Fair enough. That was that was the slowest throw I've ever seen. Come on, Jeff. Bring it home, Jackie! Nope. He's so stupid. He could have, if he would have just run after me, it was a guaranteed out. But for some reason, the AI, they're just like, they're programmed that as soon as you start running, they will throw the ball. I don't know why that is. I would have just chased him down, unless he was really that slow. Okay, here we go. Time to close it out in resounding fashion. Well done. Oh my god, I need to take some more digestive enzymes. I'm just really... I feel like there's just like a giant mass of potato, just, it's like somebody put just a whole, like, unchewed, unadulterated baked potato in my stomach, and now it's just sitting there. That's what this feels like right now, and it's rather uncomfortable. And that, my friends, is going to seal it up. 15-0. We're starting up a very Golden State Warriors-esque run here. Which, by the way, super tight that they lost today to the Lakers. To the Lakers. That's actually, if I remember correctly, that is the biggest upset in the history of the NBA. The whole history of the NBA. It was today. It was the very first time that a team with after a minimum of 50 games, it was the very first time in the history of the NBA that a team with a winning percentage of over 90% played against a team with a winning percentage under 20%. And then obviously the very first time that situation happened where the worst team won. And they won by like 17 points. I mean, they blew them away. Like, what the hell is going on? Is there just was there just like a weekend-long full moon or something? Good God. We'll talk about the rest of the things that happened over the weekend in the next video, but oh boy, that particular one was just very, very exciting. Like, the entire time I was thinking, dude, as excited as I want to be for this, I just know. I know that this is fool's gold. I can feel it right in the pit of my gut that this is fool's gold. We'll have his batting go up. Ooh, another power-up here. Let's go with, who's a man that needs a power-up? 79777. 9. Ooh, wow, yeah, he's looking pretty good. Let's go... He looks pretty good. Let's go with Frank, and we'll give him hitting, running defense, and that. That's pretty good for him. But yeah, dude, they just never gave up. They never hit the brakes on him. It was crazy. Like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry went like 1 of 20 combined from 3. That is crazy. I mean, you can say with a team like that, you live and die by the 3, but they've had plenty of games where they weren't shooting efficiently from 3 and still won anyways. It's just a matter of, for some random reason, the Lakers were totally on. And those types of things happen. And those are the types of teams that the Lakers have lost to every time this season. All 6 of their losses, with the exception of the Blazers game, I think, were all to teams with losing records. Except for maybe the Bucks. I think the Bucks might have a winning record, but not by much. They're generally, all their losses are coming to teams with like barely above 500 records or below. It is just the most baffling thing. And yet they'll go out and play the really good teams like the Thunder and the Spurs and the Cavs and like the Hawks and Toronto or whatever, and they just go and slam those guys. But then they totally get the winner's hangover and just like and just diarrhea that thing out. It's so weird. But hey, what do you do? So, my friends, we are 15-0. When we come back on the next installment of, well, not the next one, but the next time around that we come and play this one, we're going to shoot for 16-0 and see what happens. So until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.